Okay, so okay, so to go to the library's website, we need to be in the Mustang Cruiser homepage. The link is right up here at the top. I recommend that you right click or control click to open the link in a new tab. And then you might also have to turn off some pop-up blockers if you have any pop-up blockers. It won't open if you're blocking it. So you might want to take some time and look around the library webpage as well. You're going to be using it this semester. But for right now, we're going to a specific place, a database called Opposing Viewpoints. So we're going to click on databases N to Z. Alphabetical. I'm going to control click that again so it goes into a new tab for me. So this is a wonderful database for research projects like ours. It's full of many different topics, starting with this little slideshow at the top. You can learn more about Martin Luther King Jr. or Obama's initiative on gun control, new technologies. You can come down here and browse by different categories. And there are 3 listed at the top for each, but we have many more. So if you click on the View All button at the right, you'll get a whole page of topics just related to law and politics. And then that whole drop down menu with all those categories, you can pick a different one. Or you can do Browse All. And you can also get there by clicking this. So just reading about all these things might help you find something that you're interested in. You can also search. And sometimes you might find a different phrasing for something, which will make a big difference in what comes up. So pay attention if you're typing into the search box. Look for words that the database is suggesting. It'll help you. And you can also play around just by looking at different words that are used in the articles that you're looking at. You'll have little things here like organ transplants, organ donation, selling body parts. So searching with different terms will get you different results, and you might want to start noting down your terms as you're doing this. The topic proposal worksheet has a spot for your keywords. We'll talk about that. Okay, so this worksheet, this week we're only doing page 1. So you might want to take a few minutes and just jot down some ideas you have about topics that you find interesting. So you have things that you're looking for when you go to the database that can be helpful, thinking about your life, your hobbies, your work experiences, your interests in school. Maybe you saw something on The Daily Show or Saturday Night Live that piqued your interest. And after you have some kind of idea, you're going to go to the library, which we can do without leaving home. So you want to start on the Mustang Cruiser page. The library tab is right here at the top. And I'm going to right click or control click to open this link in a new tab. And you also will need to make sure your pop-up blockers are turned off so the library pages won't open for you. If you're having any difficulties, contact technical support for distance learning, or you know who to contact, the people who I showed you in the contacts folder, the WWCC important contacts. They can help you make sure you're using the right browser and that your system is going to allow you to use the Hay library, which I do want you to use for this research project. So you can browse around a long time in the library, and I recommend that you do. But for right now, we're going to a specific place, which is the Opposing Viewpoints database. So again, I'm going to control click on N through Z. So it's going to bring up all the N through Z databases and look at how many there are. And we are going to Opposing Viewpoints. So here I'm going to click to open that in a new tab. So if you have no idea, you might just want to browse around in here. You can really learn a lot about many different things. Up here at the top, there's a little slideshow of some current issues like Martin Luther King Jr. Day. There's 6 or so of them. Here on the right, we've got some featured news articles, including videos, op-ed pieces, Newsweek magazine, which is a weekly publication that specializes in current issues, and USA Today, which is a national newspaper. And then we've also got some categories, right? We've got 8 categories here. 3 subcategories are highlighted on the homepage here, but each one has a whole page worth of subtopics, and they're all listed here, or you can just go to view all and browse around and read about things that you might be, that might strike your fancy. Modern day piracy, body image, offshore drilling, censorship, charter schools. You know, there are so many different topics you can write about. You can also search. And notice that you'll get suggestions. So you might want to take those. Because look, when we do organ transplantation, we have 111 different viewpoints here. We've got 190 academic journal articles, 2,000 news articles. But if we were to do organ transplant, we don't have as many. We only have 77 or 65. I'm just going to go back. And this is something that was interesting to me, and I knew I wanted to look for it. And sometimes you just have to play around with those search terms and look up, especially because we're doing a debatable topic, is to click on viewpoints. Pick a topic that has different viewpoints, and you can look at this long list of different ways that we can debate things about organ transplantation, right? Most people are not against that per se. So I'm going to pick on this one. The selling of organs should be legalized. Now, I've already read this, but you're going to want to read it and see if it's interesting to you. And if it is, also a good sign is it has a lot of sources. If it is interesting to you, we want to do a couple of things. First thing I want to do is save it or download it to my own computer. So I'm going to do that as a PDF. And I'm going to do save as. And now I've already made a folder. I've got a folder for this class. And I've got a folder for preliminary research. And I've already saved this article. I typed the whole name, the selling of organs should be legalized. You can abbreviate that. The point is, you you want to know when you're looking through your folder later on, after you found 10 articles on the subject, you know, what is this? So here it is. I already saved it. So I'm good. I assume you all know how to save a file. Another thing I might want to do is print it up. You also want to make sure that you I didn't know. Okay. Anyway, I'm sorry. So you can download this citation, or you can just copy it. Um, and then you'll have it, and you can even keep the URL. This isn't 100% right for the format. We'll talk about that later. But for right now, just make sure that you save anything you decide you want to use. Save it in your hard drive so you can get to it again. I highly recommend that you print it up so that you can take notes. And finally, make sure that you save a citation. And for now, let's just do that on the topic worksheet. Okay, so that is opposing viewpoints. Now, if we come back, here we have a similar database. Called CQ Researcher. Same thing, we've got featured reports. You can browse reports. You can look at popular topics. You can go to Procon. You can save it as a PDF, which you should do, and you can use this Cite Now tool. Just make sure you're doing MLA style, and then you can just copy it and put it on your topic proposal sheet. So again, this is pretty much the same thing. You can browse around through here, and I'm going to show you one more to help you get. Oops. The virtual reference library. So this is like Wikipedia in the library. You can find a lot about different topics here. It's a good place to get started. It isn't quite as good as helping you find that researchable angle, but it is a great place to look for basic information. We don't have a lot of time left. But to find newspaper articles, you might just want to search a newspaper that you like the Washington Post. and just look for things for the second.